Hey everyone, Beth Stelzer here with Save Women's Sports. I am in South Carolina testifying for their Save Women's Sports Act with my new friend here, Macy. She is an NCAA scholarship athlete. Can you tell them a little bit about yourself?
So I play volleyball at Lee University. I just finished my freshman year. I have been playing in women's sports since elementary school.
Awesome.
I just fell in love with basketball and volleyball and just really grew my passion for volleyball throughout high school and decided that I was determined to play in the next level. And so there I am.
Good for you. And what
Yes.
would it have meant for you if there was males competing with you?
I actually did have a little bit of experience there in the recruiting process. I visited a school, and a couple months later, they recruited a male athlete with taking, what are they called?
Hormone replacements.
Hormone replacements,
yeah.
yes. And so he was eligible to compete in women's sports, but he took a lot of opportunities away from the women already on the team and caused them to quit, and that obviously affected how I made my decision with that school. So it did affect me with my recruiting process. It also affected me through my club experiences. I played against a team with a male athlete, and it became very obvious to me in the game who it was. And there, despite all of the training we had gone through, we just couldn't compete. And it definitely has affected me a lot. It's something that I take really personally. And as women's sports is something so close to my heart, I have worked for 10, 15 years in women's sports, and so...
I mean, you've dedicated your life to
have.
volleyball,
Yes.
right? To get here, and it's an incredible thing, and you should be really proud of yourself. And I am going to link after this Macy's amazing testimony that she provided us today. As a young woman, you should be very proud of yourself. And I know your courage is going to call to your courage. And if a young woman like Macy can step up like this, what are you going to do? What are you going to tell future generations of females you did to protect their rights, right?
It's not as scary as it looks.
I was just going to say, what would you tell other people that are, on the edge about testifying? I mean, an average person can just come and tell their story, right? You don't need to be a doctor or an athlete, or just come and tell us.
Yeah, so like I said, I was determined to play college volleyball and worked really hard throughout high school. And think about that women like me who are dedicated to play in sports in college could have that taken away because of a law is really heartbreaking. And just think about that when you're thinking about testifying. What would you do if that was you? If that's you getting your opportunity taken away because of a law.
If it was your daughter losing out, if it was your wife, if it was your mom, you have to take this up to a personal level. This is the including males in female sports is just the beginning of the erasure of women's rights. And we all need to put our foot down and speak up.
Yeah, the sports are separated for a reason, and I've seen firsthand just why, and so letting that line dissolve is just a slippery slope to the end.
It exactly is. It's
rights.
a slippery slope. It's a floodgate. It's going to be really hard to close once we open it up. And it's not like we're in search of a problem here. It's an international issue. We're nipping it in the bud with laws like this. We're not hateful, bigoted transphobes.
No.
We're just women who see the truth.
Right.
And we stand in the power of that honesty together. And we hope you will join the team and testify with us in your state. You can join the team by emailing info@savewomensports.com. Visit our website for the latest updates. And if you can't come to testify, why don't you help us with your pocketbook and donate a little money towards our gas fund. See y'all next time. Thanks, Macy.
Next speaker will be Macy Petty.
There is a threat to women's sports. And if we do not speak up, future generations will not have women's sports. Future generations will lose the chance to experience the life-changing and empowering opportunities that are brought by women's sports. Good morning, my name is Macy Petty, and I'm an NCAA scholarshiped volleyball player. The threat against a fair and level playing field must end. In elementary, middle, and high school, I competed in volleyball and basketball in private and public schools. It is because of these opportunities that I have the education and experience that I have today. I was recruited to my college because of my involvement in high school and club volleyball. This ultimately led to my scholarship, making college a practical part of my journey. Through my time playing club volleyball, I have had the chance to play my sport against biological males. My club team had a men's league, and some clubs let men play on their women's teams. In the rules of volleyball, the standard men's net is 7 inches higher than that of a female's net. This is because of their natural, biological ability to jump higher. This obviously made it extremely difficult for us when goofing around trying to play on their net. However, when they would come play on our nets, we would cover our heads, scared of them giving us a concussion. It became very obvious to me why we played on separate height nets. Not only could they jump higher, they were stronger and on average, much taller. The difference in height between the nets is not due to sexuality, gender identity, or anything other than biological facts. If you are born male, you have the genetic advantage that comes with this. These advantages do not change with personality. These advantages do not change with identity. These advantages are taken with you onto the opposite playing field and used against women who are fighting for a chance to play. Let me tell you about the time in high school my club team played against a women's team with a male athlete. He ran the court and had college recruiters from all over watching him slam the ball in our faces. He was playing on a net 7 inches shorter against girls with an average height of 5'4". This was unfair and unjust. I did not sign up to be in a co-ed league. I urge you to protect women's sports. If there is a choice in which gender you play as, the lines between sports will ultimately dissolve. The lines that have given women so many opportunities to compete and train in a sport that they love. The lines that have given me the educational opportunities that I have today, and the lines that give your daughters their rightful opportunities to succeed on and off the court. Thank you.